1. Yay! Congratulations, everybody.
That $2.4 billion Transbay Center was supposed to be the transit epicenter of the Bay Area. It was built to corral thousands of commuters and serve as the urban center of a new neighborhood south of Market. Today, it's a very quiet place, though, and it is not living up to the hype.
Well, not at all. ABC 7 News insider Phil Matier joining us now to tell us what the future of the next Grand Central Station is going to be, since it's not too grand right now.
Well, that's the drama. You know, the Transbay Center, it's huge and it's longer than the Transamerica Pyramid is high. That gives you an idea of just how big it is. And when it opened in 2018, there were high hopes that it would serve as a new economic roadway for commuters from all around California, especially LA, that would come up here on a high-speed rail. Well, a pandemic, a change in worker habits. And we have to ask, is that Transbay Transit Center ever going to live up to expectations? Maybe. For years, this is the vision of the new San Francisco. This was the place, the hub, the Grand Central Station of the West, at least that's what the thought was, where 100,000 people a day would be walking over these murals as they went in and out of the city from here all the way to Los Angeles.
That's right.
It doesn't look like it happened.
That's still the vision. I mean, this is generational infrastructure. We were replacing a Transbay terminal that was built in 1939, and here we are in 2023. So we built this for the next several generations of use. We've connected it to 8 transit providers. We're a block from BART on the Market Street corridor as a 9th, and we're working to connect Caltrain and high-speed rail through the downtown rail extension, the Portal, making numbers 10 and 11.
A lot of ambition there, a lot of good points, but at the same time, we've had the COVID epidemic, we've had remote work, we've had retail shutdowns in the core of the cities, and those mass transits that you were talking about aren't doing nearly the number of passengers that they were doing a couple of years ago, and the projections of them doing more are pretty slim.
Yeah, no question, our transit operators are not experiencing the same ridership, and without the same ridership, are not getting the same fare box recovery.
So what happens when you take the masses out of mass transit? Will it even survive?
Well, there's a real challenge for our operators in the coming years as we struggle to kind of get to a new normal. San Francisco, as you know more than most, is an area that has been about invention, reinvention, innovation, and it's continually changing. We are going through one of those change periods now, and it's very difficult on our commercial property owners and really our transit providers.
The transit providers have gone to the governor and said, we need $1 billion a year in order to not go over the financial cliff.
That's right.
So far, he's saying no. So it could get even tighter and fewer people on mass transit.
Well, one thing that we've always known, regardless of the topic area, is change is difficult, and we'll go through some difficult periods like you described. But we need to keep investing in the future because we know that in order for people to take transit, it needs to be clean, it needs to be regular, it needs to go where they want to go.
This is the bus bay where the commuter buses are supposed to be coming in, rolling in regularly, and I see one way down there. It doesn't exactly look like this is the hub of a lot of transit.
So this tends to be an AM and a PM peak use right here, and we've seen through work from home that the hybrid work model today is consolidating around the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
When we opened this, you had rider projections for the bus component.
That's right.
How are they measuring up right now? What percentage are you? BART's at 40% of what it was pre-COVID. What are you compared to where you need to be?
Yeah, we're still at, a similar percentage for ridership. We've got 8 providers, so some are doing more than others, but we're, between 35 and 40%, I'd say, on average.
The Transbay Center was built with the hopes of linking San Francisco to Los Angeles via a new high-speed rail system. So below the ground level and the bus decks is a 2-level train station that's been built to house high-speed rail trains and link an electrified Caltrain system from the Transbay to 4th and King Streets. If the system was fully funded, trains could be stopping in and out of San Francisco by 2033.
So we're underneath the street, south of Market in downtown San Francisco. We've got about 4 city blocks and 2 stories of a completed train box. This was part of the long-term vision of the Transbay program. We're walking on the mezzanine ticketing level, and just below us, 3 platforms and 6 rail lines for Caltrain and high-speed rail. That'll bring about 100,000 passengers here when it's complete.
When it's complete?
That's right.
I mean, right now, high-speed rail is in the middle of the Central Valley, and it's over budget, and it's a question about whether it's going to be completed. And in order to complete it, you also have to tunnel about 2 miles.
That's right. So,
How much is that going to cost?
So the downtown rail extension, or what we call the portal, will connect this center to the existing Caltrain alignment, 77 miles to south of San Jose. That will go fully electric next year, and we need to bring the last 1.5 miles, 2 miles of construction to get those trains into the basement here. That's right.
And how much is that expected to cost?
That project is about $6.9 billion, and we are about 3/4 of the way funded now and working towards a full funding grant agreement to start that construction in a little over 2 years' time.
Back above ground, there are some signs the transit center may make it. How long do you think we can continue? I mean, you have a budget here, you have to pay the bills, you have to run the electricity. Are you going to have the money coming in from that drop in ridership to keep it open?
So our operating revenues come from a couple of sources, and we're happy to say that this center is almost 90% leased. Just in the last quarter, we've opened 3 restaurants, and at the end of last year, we opened a tap room in the park that's become quite an evening destination. And so our sales tax revenues have actually outpaced those of the rest of the city because of that activation. The activation, it does rely on commuters, but it's not solely reliant on them. We also have 15,000 residents down here, and we have international visitors discovering our architecture in our park.
That massive park on the top of the center gives you a window on what this neighborhood has or could become. Tree-lined pathways amid concrete and steel jungle-like structures surrounded by empty offices where workers only come a few days a week, and residences for those who choose to live here. So this was the center of this entire new neighborhood that we are surrounded with that came up with this transit center. That includes the Salesforce Tower here, which is one of the new icons of the city, and the other office buildings, which now are at a pretty high vacancy rate. People just aren't coming into them like they used to. What are you going to do?
Yeah, overall, San Francisco's vacancy rate is a little higher than the rest of the nation, and that's because we have more remote-friendly industry like tech, finance, legal, et cetera.
Right.
Where we're seeing that vacancy is moving from our older buildings downtown into our newer. The newer ones do happen to be down here because this is the newest part of downtown. So some of these have a lot of activity, more so as I mentioned on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday part of the week with the hybrid work schedule.
Have you even had like a full year to figure out where you stand?
No, it's interesting you point that out because we opened in 2018. Here we are 5 years later in 2023, and we've yet to have a normal 12-month period of operations. So we've had robust ridership, and then we closed for the fissure above Fremont Street, reopened, had that robust ridership again, and then we went into a global pandemic.
With the pandemic's end, there was some hope that San Francisco would reemerge to that new normal we keep hearing so much about. Speaking of normal, do you foresee the day when these offices and residences, these new ones here, all of these, are filled with workers like they were before or at one time? Do you ever see that day, or is the world going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
I think we're in for a period of change, and that period of change is not going to be solely office financial districts and solely residential bedroom communities, but a hybrid in both directions. And so the Transbay district, more than most of downtown, has been that vision for decades. We have 15,000 residents here today, and those are the ones who are frequenting our park and our retail and keeping it alive even with transit service lower than projected right now. So do I see these filled? I do. I think they will be a mix. We'll have a more diversity in our tax base. It won't be just 1 or 2 industry, and we'll have more residential and we'll have more retail. I think the long-term projection and the long-term vision is still there, that people want activated, walkable, beautiful, robust communities, whether they be downtown or elsewhere, and I think this is one of those visions.
2 years. That's what transit experts say, and city leaders are talking about for the downtown financial district to come back. Others say it's going to take a lot longer if they ever do come back in the numbers they have. But that's the key to recovery. It's going to be not only changing the looks of downtown, but the work that goes on down there. Will it happen? We'll see. In the meantime, it costs about $30 million a year to keep the place operating and the lights on.
Well, the number that made us gasp was the $6.9 billion to get the train, the final 2 miles. $6.9 billion?
Larry, in public works and projects like this, they have a saying. You know the old saying? If you're in trouble, stop digging. Public Works, if you're in trouble, that's when you start.
I'm going to write that one down. Thank you, Phil.